Muppets is a beloved franchise, or at least it was beloved until that Walt guy bought the rights and put it in a deep freeze right next to his head. My name is James, and I'll be your director for this evening as we discuss what movie would be best if the entire cast was Muppets. I'm joined by my grip,
Paul.
Worst Boy,
Daskell the Wog here.
and Assistant Manager of Craft Services.
Oh, hey, Liam here.
So yes, we have alluded to this quite a few times within this podcast's history. Movies, but all Muppets. So, I'm going to start.
Fuck, it's a good topic. It's such a good topic. My list is
World
massive.
War Z.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
okay,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
World War Z, all Muppets, baby.
It's a good one.
Shit movie, but that would be good
Yeah,
with Muppets.
exactly,
book.
but better with Muppets. All right, grip.
I had a lot.
Yeah.
And I think they, like, once we get to backups, they all kind of go along the same, not general direction, but it's just like weird movie would be great with kid stuff. Picture, we're in ancient Greece, right? And you have massive army who wants to take your city. You send the champion out. They send the champion out. He stabs him in the neck and kills him immediately. It's Troy. I think Troy would be amazing, but with all Muppets.
Okay.
The movie Troy. I want that, please. And thank you.
Okay,
Let's go.
Worst Boy.
Worst Boy. Okay. I had the same issue. I went through every genre, picked one movie.
Thinking about ancient Greece. That's Perth.
No. So I am going to throw a curveball in because
Is that like in Treasure Island or something?
no, I'm going to go American Pie.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
That is my pick,
Interesting.
American Pie. That I've
Interesting.
got a reason why I've cast all the Muppets in their specific
What are you
things.
doing with the pie?
Is the
That's
pie
what it looks like.
is the pie a chicken?
Oh, no.
Because Sam the Eagle is always fucking chickens.
I know. Oh, that's upsetting. Okay, that's a good pick. I like that one. That's good.
Yeah.
Lechem?
All right, Assistant Caterer.
I'm going the movie Shoot 'Em Up with Clive Owen.
Oh, God.
Eat your vegetables.
Shoot 'Em Up.
Oh, shit. That's
Great
good.
movie.
Okay, I don't think I've seen Shoot 'Em Up.
I've
Is it good?
Really?
Like, is it a good
Legitimately
It's
movie?
a
never
good
heard of
movie.
I'll go into some details.
Yeah, sweet.
But it's one of those movies that would never, ever even remotely get a children's rating.
Fair. Fair. Okay.
Okay, so for those that don't know what World War Z is, this is essentially a zombie movie. Now, the actual movie that's been made, it's not great. It didn't follow the book.
No.
But if we just continue with it, but everyone's a Muppet, just be great. If you just think the scene in Jerusalem where they're coming over the walls, and it's just piles upon piles of Muppets just shoving themselves against the wall. Then they're jumping over the wall, and then they're hitting the ground, and they're exploding in felt and stuffing and shit.
I keep thinking of like any action scene for any of our picks. I feel like it's like those hallucination scenes from The Boys.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
Black
absolutely.
Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I
Black
can think
Noir
of.
or
Just
They
black.
did it in,
Black.
Generation V.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Gen V. Yeah.
Gen V,
the,
that's
the
right,
kid
yeah.
that,
That was a
sees
good
everyone
one.
as a Muppet, and he's just
Yeah.
like ripping them out and ripping apart
Yeah.
and shit.
And he's having a great time.
Yeah.
And then it's because it always like you're actually like this is great, chaotic, and fantastic, but you know they're going to cut back at some point, and they do, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they just wanted a lower rating for that episode, so they did half of it Muppets.
It's so much work though.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so funny.
Oh, it's just like the fact that anytime is it the Happy Time Murders?
Happy Time Murders. Yeah.
It's the one with
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
That's why I didn't watch it.
It's
Yeah.
not good.
It's not. It's one of those films where you kind of like. It was a great premise,
Yeah.
but the choice of human actors
Yeah.
is just terrible.
Okay,
The
yeah, that's
puppets
exactly
are
what I thought.
fun. Like it's like as if the Muppets were like in real life, and it was like they've gone past their heyday, like in the Muppets revival film, but then they're all just addicted to coke. It's
Yeah.
just
Because it wasn't like it was because it was after Jim Henson died, right? And it wasn't like
Yeah.
Muppets per se.
there were more
but
Muppets.
it was they were like Muppets adjacent.
Yeah.
They were
But you know, like it wasn't
Muppets.
Kermit snipping lines.
Yeah. And
Which
then you
would
get,
be fantastic.
yeah. But like the problem that you had with all of these ones is I went back and was watching the original Muppets films with like Finn
Yeah.
and like my kids and
they're
that.
great.
And I'm just
They're
like
really well written.
I'm laughing my ass off, like the Muppet caper and like I'm like, this is fucking great.
Oh, yeah, it's really
This is
well
like the value they've gone to all the different places in the world. And then all of a sudden you're just like, fuck, they don't make movies like that anymore. Like they just throw the money into making the film, not just like,
But I think we've talked at length, like that's how you get the Muppets brand back online.
Oh, absolutely.
Is to just do a movie, like spoof it with Muppets.
Well, yeah, I
'cause,
suppose
like, yeah,
Disney's got a massive catalog. They could do Tarantino technically because they own
Oh my God, Reservoir Muppets would be the funniest fucking
Reservoir.
thing.
That
I
was
was gonna
actually
say-
that was one of my backups.
Oh, was
Actually,
it?
all the Tarantino movies.
yeah,
are
my backup
think
was
it
going to be
was-
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
Just
right,
like all of a sudden,
Oh, we can go through this.
oh no, can we go through our list?
Oh, I suppose that's
What have you
fine.
got, James? Or is it just Tarantino?
A lot of the Tarantino movies. Saving Private Ryan.
I had that. I had Saving Private
In
Ryan.
the same way, Hacksaw Ridge, I think
Yeah.
would be really good.
Any war film.
Yeah, any war film.
Black Hawk Down.
A James Bond, I think, would be funny as well.
Yeah,
That would be good.
Really,
That would be
really
amazing.
funny. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Or Death at a Funeral.
Death at a
would
Funeral,
be really
yeah.
funny as
yeah.
well.
Little Muppet coming out of the casket.
yeah. So,
Or just
Alien.
one Muppet absolutely coked
Alien
up on
would
the
be funny.
roof.
Alien would be funny.
I
There's
had
just
Alien.
so many. There's so
Yeah.
many
be
options
funny.
that would just be funny. I think you'd have to be really measured with your response because if it's all Muppets, it might take away from the original message of the movie.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Okay, how are you
Because-
ruining the original movie?
No, even backups. But before I get to Troy, because I had similar thing. I had like Terminator 2, Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down, but then I had like Whiplash. And I'm like, let's get psychological with this. And then I was like, and then I went down a different route and I was like, what about like Shawshank Redemption or Schindler's List?
So on my backup list was The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
yeah,
Now-
I went
The reason why
concentration camp pretty
I was going to
quick.
do it was because there is the Muppets and the Muppets.
Yeah.
And then having it so that the Muppets are in the internment camp and the Muppets.
What's a Muppet?
So the
like a fake Muppet. It's like a bizarro Muppet.
it's like all
Sesame
the
Street?
What?
Yes, Sesame Street would be classified as a Muppet. Anything
Okay.
that's part of the Muppets property is a Muppet, but anything outside of that is classified as a Muppet. And like in the most
Right.
reboots, they actually tie into like the Muppets are bad, all this other kinds of shit. But just imagine there's these off-brand Muppets forcing the normal Muppets to get onto trains, and they're like shaving all their fur
Yeah,
off and
it's
all this
pretty
other kinds of shit.
hectic. Yeah, you just got to just shave. But how do you shave a Muppet? Like
Yeah.
it's the funniest. It's a good concept. Horrible concept.
Yeah.
You shave-
Horrible. But funny.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like Whiplash, like the scene where he's like saying all those things to him, like
Yeah.
even that in the Not My Tempo, but it's just a Muppet. You could even just do like a J.K. Simmons bald, or get one of the old guys, get one of the old
Yeah.
Muppets.
Yeah.
Like, Not My Tempo. You dirty.
We need a connection with like a foot trigger
No,
for
we
that
don't.
kind of stuff.
No, we fucking don't.
But so my main backups was Kung Pao.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
right
right.
there.
That'd be
So,
interesting.
but
Yeah,
the thing
okay.
is though, is that like I could talk all day about Kung Pao because it's like one of those great like dubbed movies. It's just be funny as
Wild
fuck.
movie.
But then like for action, I had like standard John Wick,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Die Hard, that kind of style stuff. But then I was like the Mortal Kombat film, like the
Which
real
one?
shitty 90s one.
Okay.
Oh, the second one?
Yes.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, okay, cool.
It's a
But
bad
then I'm
movie.
like, comedies like Pink Panther, like all those. And the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I got dumbed down into.
Fired up.
Yeah.
Fired up and all
Fine, that would be really funny.
That'd be really
yeah, it would
funny.
be really funny.
But then I was just like, horror films. Like imagine Cloverfield, but all of them are
Right,
Muppets.
yeah.
And then like even the big monster. You just see this.
Independence Day.
Yeah. You see like this just this shadow.
Signs.
Oh my God, Pacific Rim. There's
Oh my
Muppets
God.
inside Muppets.
A robot Muppet.
It's just Big Bird, but there's like two guys in it.
yeah.
Biggest bird.
Yes. But I like Neon Genesis Evangelion with Muppets.
Was there an attack?
Evil-
Yeah,
Call it.
Evangelion.
Okay.
Evangelion.
I thought you called it
Evangelion. I
Evil
like that.
Longoria.
Evangelical?
No,
Evil Longoria?
I don't like the show, but I love it at the same time. I don't
Is there
know
a
I've
why I
never
say
seen it, but people froth
It's-
over it.
It's hard to get into now.
that.
Sure.
It's-
Is it just because old?
Yeah, it's super
No,
hard.
it's so to explain it. You
Here
watch
we
the
go.
first season.
Yep. It's not a
They
movie?
run no. It's a TV. It's an
TV show.
anime TV show.
Nah.
The worst thing was when the show first came out, they ran out of budget after episode 7. So episode 8 is just oh, you did it, clapping your hands of all these like cutouts, like you did it, well done, you did it.
Ooh.
And then 7 years later, it got re-upped on a new budget. They released the rest of the season, but it was shit. And then they came back in and said, okay, we're going to redo it. Then it was shit. Then they did a new movie that redid the whole entire story. It made it worse. And then they just kept re-releasing it and redoing that. And you're like hoping, are they going to finish it? And then you're like,
So it's just a fan
why
group
is
of
he
just
fucking this chick? And it turns out to be his sister. And
Anime.
yeah.
a lot of battered wives in the fan group.
Yeah. But I had too many. I could spend all day just naming movies and we'll be like, oh, that'd be sick.
That would be sick.
Was
That would be
there
sick.
an Attack on Titan movie?
There is
Yes.
one
Yeah.
coming.
Okay. Oh,
There's-
one
there's-
coming?
there
I
is a
never-
live
I
action
haven't watched
one.
it.
There is a
Already.
live action one.
They're
Yeah.
doing live action that?
There's
done.
already a lot. Yeah, it's done.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's shit.
Yeah, it's not good.
I didn't think it would be
No.
good.
No.
I'm excited though. Sung Kang is doing like a live action. There's already been one, but a live action Initial D.
Mm.
But he's doing it like properly.
He's Han from
Han
Fast
from
and the
Tokyo
Furious.
Drift.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
How the fuck
Asian.
am I gonna know that?
He was like
Why is that the point of reference?
Fifth brother from the Kenobi show.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, Han.
Doesn't know any
Have you not
references
seen
to-
Tokyo Drift? The best
Why would
one
he
of
see
them?
Tokyo Drift?
I've seen 1 and 2.
Oh,
Tokyo-
Sorry, I've
technically-
seen 1, 2, 5, 7.
You should do one more and do 3. And 3 is really good.
Three's not terrible.
If you like-
It's not
I
good.
watched
It's not
5.
terrible.
I
Oh, it's
didn't
good.
like it.
Oh.
I watched 7. I didn't
You
like
should
it.
just watch to where
6 is
Paul
good.
Walker turns into CGI, and that's all you need to watch.
7.
Which one's that?
Yeah,
7?
7.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that made
And
me
then
sad.
he drifts off the side of the road and hits the tree.
Kind of. You just for some unknown reason you see the like, avatar pull the handbrake, and then it's just credits.
Ang?
The credits roll.
All right. Stop.
So my backups. I had
Try and keep
7.
things civil, all right?
7 or
7.
Saw. Fuck.
Saw would be
good.
funny.
What's in the box? Oh,
Oh, Miss Piggy.
What's in the box?
I had Dharma.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, so you had a theme.
Oh,
Yeah, I went Dharma.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs would be brutal.
Hello.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
It puts the felt in the box, or,
Puts the filth in the box.
or it gets the hose again.
Do you remember the sound of the lambs, Miss Piggy?
In a nice can. Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah.
Right now I just have to spend like about 3 weeks making movie posters of just.
You know what'd be even better than Kermit being Hannibal Lecter? Peppy the prawn.
Yeah.
I ate these liver
Oh, no,
okay.
animal.
Animal.
Yeah. That'd be great. He's just drums. I made it with the skin of my victims. Drums.
That's actually funny.
I have something to confess.
Yeah. Oh no.
I've never seen a Muppets movie.
Oh,
Are you serious?
They are
Yeah,
really
they're
fun. They are like the Treasure Island
Muppets
one.
Treasure Island.
Treasure
is like-
Island's
it's
peak.
all time.
Yeah.
It's all
And then
time.
like
Treasure
the
Island is
Christmas
big.
Carol.
Yeah.
and all
With
that kind of
freaking,
shit.
you know, Michael Caine.
I have seen ads for it. He was like, "I'm going to
Michael
do
Caine.
this, but I'm going to do it in such a serious
Yeah,
manner."
like-
Who's old mate that is it Tim Curry?
Tim Curry.
Tim
and
Curry,
Treasure
yeah.
He's in
Island.
Treasure Island.
He's
Yeah.
Treasure Island.
Is he
Yeah.
Hook?
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Nailed it on the head there. Yeah.
I used
That's the only
to.
one
What
he
else is it
could
gonna
play.
be? Yeah.
I used to love Muppets in Space.
Muppets was great.
Yeah, big fan.
What's that lampooning? 2001.
Yeah,
Space Odyssey.
2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Right.
No, they're just like
less
they're
weird.
all on
A lot
Disney,
less
and
weird.
they're just like
Yeah,
they're
it's very.
even
But
now.
even the show is fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The show, but it's the writing. Like even when there's like a segment, you're like, oh, that's really well written, whatever. And you kind of like once you start feeling a little bored, they cut to the old guys, and they're like, oh, a lot of things we could say about that last performance, but this is a family show.
But no, like it's just like even though like I wish that they would go through and upscale the shit out of it so it isn't in the
Yeah.
10:9.
I wish they'd do what those people said. You know how Disney has to reboot everything to keep their copyright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make a Muppet version.
Yeah.
Just make a Muppet version of everything you need to
Oh my
reboot.
god, that'd be amazing.
Oh, interesting. I
Well,
suppose would that
Muppet
keep
Lion King.
the
Yeah.
copyright?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's like
Disney
they could
just needs to re-release.
That's why they keep doing all the live action shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, haven't you seen what the new thing they're doing now? They've started hiring fucking hand drawn artists because they want to go back to the hand drawn style of
Good.
movie.
They proved
Good.
they can do
Yeah.
that. Have you guys seen, I only just saw it this week, so I'm 2 years late to the party. But at D23, they put out a 9-minute animation.
Oh, yeah.
With like the group photo.
It was really good.
Phenomenal.
Really, really well done.
And beautifully done as well. But it's 2D. Like there's 2D,
Yeah.
there's 3D, there's everything.
How many animators have been coming up, and studying that kind of thing? Though?
It's rare.
Yeah, I
the
was
thing
gonna
is, though,
say.
is what they started doing was they would send people over to Japan and go to the artists for anime and mangas and say, hey, we can pay you 3 times as much and you only have to work on one property for like 5 years. And he's just
That's
like,
smart.
and they're like, yes.
I don't have to draw boobs anymore?
Yeah. Oh, no, well, the fact that it's just
I
like,
learn how to draw
I think
boobs.
a lot of them would like to draw boobs.
I think they just want to
Like
actually
no pixelation? Like what are we doing?
and they're like, oh,
My
you
drawing's
don't
a
have
scene?
to have to work more
Where's the
than 8
tentacle?
hours in a day.
It's funny. It's just on the topic of that. Like my parents just got back from New Zealand and they went to Weta, and they were I know, and they were talking to one of the blacksmiths at Weta, and he was telling them that like 1995, Pete Jackson came to Weta and was like to the blacksmiths. He's like, here is what we're going to do. You're very good. We're going to pay to send you to Japan for a year. You are going to be studying blacksmithing from Japanese blacksmiths. You are going to learn how to do the carving, the molding. Like, I mean, you're not going to be making any katanas, but he's like, we're going to be making a shitload of swords. There's going to be 5 of them that are going to get close-up shots, and they need to be perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm sending you to Japan for a year. All expenses paid, all accommodation paid, everything paid. Learn how to blacksmith at their level. Bring it back.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Why would they choose Japan?
Because at the time, they were the number 1 blacksmiths. They just knew what they were doing.
All right, okay.
And also the techniques that they use in Japan can be translated to a million different things that they can make as well.
Well, that's not really realistic then, because Lord of the Rings is Middle Ages.
Yeah,
I think it was a lot
Japan
of
didn't
the-
exist back
Yeah.
then.
well, it was just like the
It was the Elf Island, obviously.
the long-eared man. Yes.
But I think they went there for like a lot of the carving stuff and a lot of the intricate
Right,
work
okay.
and
Yeah.
handle work. I
Well,
think.
also the King's Sword, like that one there. I watched a documentary.
Nice one.
How long it took them to make that
Yeah.
alone.
And
it
it's
was like,
huge.
and the fact that he's like, when we first made it, no one could lift it
Yeah.
for its size
Oh,
and to get
right,
its
wow.
balance. No one could lift
That
it. It was
makes
too
sense.
heavy.
They were talking about that. They were like, they lightened it up somehow, which I think might be also where like the like folded steel and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff
of
can come
course.
into play. But even they were saying Vigo had maybe 10 swings in him before they had to take a break because
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
so heavy.
Yeah.
Oh,
If they're
Christ,
using the
right.
real one, not the
All right,
aluminium
wow.
garbage one.
But no, like just imagine being like them coming to you and saying, "Hey, we want you to film.
Yeah.
Go and do all expenses paid for a year.
Like, go and live in LA and learn how to edit for a year.
We,
You're
we,
like,
we want you to
okay.
train people
wanna
properly. We're
burn.
going to send you to Delhi for a year."
The deli. You're coming to Woolies. Delicatessen.
Legitimately, what I've been watching on YouTube recently is a guy that's doing blacksmithing. I've stopped my previous thing that I was interested in, which is the guy that's obviously on speed chain smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And talking about-
It's very funny.
up on the podcast,
Oh my God, I love him.
how the fuck are you watching this?
I love him. He's obviously on speed or something.
I
He's
felt
nuts.
my skin started getting itchy from watching him.
And his totals are like smoking in a public park at 3 p.m.
Jesus.
But then he talks about like the tobacco content.
And then he
Like,
talks
real
about
good
and talks
rip.
about the head high that he gets, and he talks about how it fucks him up, and then he apologizes for coughing, and he swigs on 2 liters of water. So I've stopped watching him as much, and now I'm watching a
Who's the
blacksmithing
guy? Who are you watching? Is it the
I'd have to find it.
It Works or the All Me guys?
No. I'll find it.
I watched the
It's
guy
on the
was-
blacksmith, man.
Was going for the 1 million folded Damascus. And once he got to 1 million
I don't
followers,
think
he'd
it
sell
was
it.
that.
No, he's just like doing a challenge where once he gets to 1 million followers, one followers gets the 1 million folded Damascus.
All right,
But
wow.
the problem with it though is once you get past like 100 folds,
Yeah.
like it
It's just
disappears.
steel.
Yeah, of course. It just
But no.
Tell us about Troy.
Hey, so obviously swords. So let's go back to Troy. I think Troy. I was just thinking on the same. I think I went in the same direction as you, James, in that like big scale thing as
Yeah.
Muppets would be funny. But then I was like, well, you could do any war, like any not fantasy, but like medieval Middle Ages war, like 300 or whatever. Actually, shit, 300 would be really good.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Look,
Kingdom would be
when you
amazing.
started talking about that, I was like, obviously he's chosen 300.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
That's what I was.
I was like,
in hindsight, hell yeah.
like the whole scene where it's got like the silhouette of them kicking him off the cliff.
Well, maybe
like,
we'll dine in the shade. But no, I thought like, okay.
Bruh.
I think there's just a lot more going on in Troy. Not a better movie by any means, but like
Yeah, it
you've
is.
got the.
Troy is definitely a better movie than 300.
yes.
By
Well, firstly,
far.
fuck yourselves. It's not.
It's
good.
I prefer to watch 300 than Troy
You know what? It's Alien and Aliens. They're just different movies.
because the reason
300
why
is a party. Troy is
Yeah, they are
the
different
drama.
movies because they're about different things. Aliens about aliens. There's just
But
more
Alien and
aliens.
Aliens. Alien is a horror. Aliens is an action movie.
Yeah, but
You've
it's still
got
with
Troy, which is a drama, and then you've got 300, which is just a balls out action.
It's just fucking Zack Snyder bullshit.
It's good though.
He does
like
do a
the-
lot of bullshit.
The rhinos,
Let's
the
turn that
elephants.
saturation way
Rhinos,
up.
they make Xerxes bleed.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought Troy would be funny because you do have those other elements. You've got like, he kills his brother and then straps him to the chariot and just drives away.
So the question I am going to ask everyone is: so have you gone through like which Muppet you're casting as each actor?
I haven't gone that far.
Okay.
I don't know the
I
Muppets well
definitely
enough.
have
Yes.
Swedish Chef in all roles. He's one of them, right?
See, if all
Can
of
you
them,
imagine? Sorry, can you imagine Swedish Chef taking Ralph Fiennes' role in the menu? telling
That would have
Baker
won.
to go and hang himself.
if you had picked that, I would
If you
have
had
gone.
picked that, that would have won.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
But then, like, you've got
That was
like
fucking hell of
Miss,
it.
Miss Piggy as
was fucking
the
No, it
chick.
doesn't say anything.
The Miss Piggy is the chick from the Queen's Gambit, and she
Yep.
just stands up and goes,
Oh.
"I want a
Taylor-Joy.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
cheeseburger," and he's just like, "I want a fucking cheeseburger."
You know, I've heard that someone doesn't like her face.
I don't like her face still.
Miss Piggy?
No. Oh, fucking,
She's pure
she
symmetrical,
smells
bro.
great.
She's like Aubrey Hepburn.
No, I watched that
She was built in a
fucking
cave.
that Furiosa,
Yeah.
and fucking hated her.
All
in
right,
that.
let's keep it simple.
She's
It's a good
very
movie and it's
good
an Australian
actress.
film.
No, I don't know. I just think she's misplaced in a lot
Wait,
of
you
roles.
liked Furiosa?
I thought it was way better than Fury Road.
I didn't
Okay.
like
Fury Road was a
I didn't like
circle
Fury
jerk.
Road.
I didn't like Fury Road,
I liked Furiosa.
even though it was filmed here.
Yeah, you
Like,
would.
Fury Road was very.
It's just average. I think people were just like jerking
That's-
off on Fury Road because they were like, "Oh, it's new and it's Australian, it's big. It's like, look how good Granite is." And you're like, "Yeah, but the story's shit. You take away everything that
It's
makes
a
it
Mad
Mad
Max
Max.
film.
It fucking wasn't.
No, but
because they
because-
take away his car immediately. You barely hear from him. He gets strapped to a vehicle as a blood bag for half the movie. It's all about saving. If they just made Fury, sorry, okay, hang on a minute. Keep it simple, but fuck you. If
didn't
they
realise
just
this was a
just
trigger.
made it, because I've had to have this fight so many times. If they just made Furiosa straight away,
Yeah.
it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Branding it as a Mad Max film was a bad move, in my opinion.
Why don't you like Australian cinema?
I love Australian cinema when it's done right.
sorry, I
Like,
haven't seen a
talk to
good
me.
Australian cinema.
Talk to me is good.
Or three-quarters of Talk to Me.
Isn't that New
Isn't
Zealand?
it? Yeah,
though?
New Zealand. Rocka Rocka Boys are
They filmed it
definitely
here.
not
What?
Australian.
Yeah, no, but no. What I mean is like a movie made by Australians.
Yeah.
For
and then
Australians.
For Australians.
Australia.
Like, how's
Cheese
those?
TV.
How's those?
Oh.
How's those? How's those?
Neighbours.
How's those is too real?
No, but I 100% get you, like with the whole storyline being dog shit. You go to leave and then it's like, oh, you come back and then it's the next movie is, oh, she got killed, went back to the arseholes and now she's got to go back to the freedom fighters, then back to the arseholes and now she's back with the arseholes
Wait a
permanently.
minute. Are you boys trying to tell me that you don't like helicopter shots every 3 seconds?
That's an expensive helicopter.
like,
You gotta
very
use it.
expensive.
Oh, by the way, do we have Best Australian TV Show as a topic? Because we need to.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one, yeah.
Okay,
We don't need to.
We'll jot that down.
We don't need to.
Round twist.
So was done.
Parallax.
No.
Farscape.
Parallax is a poor man's Doctor Who.
Farscape.
Ooh, Farscape's good.
Farscape is very good.
Fucking fantastic.
it's
a
a-
ship that's alive and gives birth to a baby ship? Like, fuck yeah, give me
Yeah,
that.
what about Round the Twist where he fucks a tree?
Well, he gets a fish stuck in his
Oh, yeah,
dick.
yeah,
he
he
gets
gets
a
a whirly
propeller for
willy.
a
I
dick.
don't know
Yeah.
how that show got made.
It was fucking great.
It's the
know, it
90s,
was great.
dude.
Remember when I remember when it all came out. I forget which network got it, but like,
ABC.
well, no, like on the streaming,
Oh,
someone
right.
got it. I think it might have been Stan or something.
Yeah, it's Stan.
And you rewatch it, and you're like, "Hey, season 1, lot of paranormal stuff in
Yep.
season 1. It's all ghosts."
Yep.
And then season 2 it gets weird, and
Yeah.
he like kisses a tree, and he has a baby, and then he loses his
He
lips.
pisses so hard it goes over the stalls.
Yeah. he gets possessed by the piss ghost.
Whirly Willy is all time.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, then there's the one where she duplicates herself to win the marathon running up and down the fucking lighthouse. And then, do you not remember that one?
I don't remember that one.
They found a cloning machine in the basement of the warehouse, and she wants to win this contest, which is you have to run up the lighthouse tower, write your name at all these checkpoints, and the person who does the most up and downs wins this prize, and it's like cash and a little holiday. And she clones herself.
And the Gribbles are going to have a go.
Yeah.
And we don't want the Gribbles to win.
Yeah,
Aren't they a Star Trek thing?
No, that's Gribbles. No. What is it?
I have no idea. I've never watched an episode of Star Trek in my life.
I don't know. I never watched Star Trek.
I watched the movie.
I'm not a dirty Trekkie.
Yeah, so about Troy.
That needs to be a soundbite.
Speaking, I'm not a Trekkie or the spit.
No, the spit. and then I'll make it so it sounds like it's got a massive distance. And then when you think the soundbite's done, you hear the ting.
30 minutes later.
30 minutes later, hear the ting.
Sorry. Speaking of Greece, but then we'll come back to this. We'll come back to Troy. I did this to Dean, my friend Dean, when we used to work together. I left. He wanted me to check an edit. And so I checked his edit. It was very good. And then whilst he was like doing something else, I pulled up on YouTube a video, and all it was just like dead silence for 2 hours and then a scream. And I knew he was staying late that night.
Oh, no.
And so I started it maybe an hour before I left, and then just like tabbed the thing away and hit it. And then it gets to the hour. I'm like, all right, I'm off. Good luck with the edit, blah, blah, blah. And I left. And then like genuinely an hour later, I get a message. He's like, you are such a fuck.
See, you messed up there. You should have had it so that timed it so that 30 seconds after the video finishes, your computer shuts down. So he's running all over the place looking for the computer, and the computer shut down.
What?
Didn't you say you brought it up on your computer with a YouTube?
I brought it on his computer.
Oh, his computer. Sorry. See, I thought he said he had his own workstation.
Hey, Dean, I need you to sit at my computer at exactly this time.
No,
put on the
headphones on?
headphones.
No, I get what you mean. No, we had our own workstation.
Yeah,
so I did it on his workstation.
It makes me think of the people that really hated the British Film Board. So what they did is they painted a wall, and then they filmed the wall for 10 hours. And at some point, they just spliced in a little bit of porn.
So what it was you know how you got the ratings, like the G, PG, and that? So in order to get it, they have to submit it to this board, and it makes it so that I think it's like £4,000 they've got to give to the board. And so this guy was like, that stifles independent film being able to be shown all this other shit. So he literally had like, it was 10 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about 10 hours.
Of paint drying, and then paid the fee. And so they have to physically sit there through the whole entire thing. And they're just like sitting there, and then it's just literally just a small like,
Yeah, it was just a small asshole.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Did they see it?
I think so.
Yeah, they had to, because they literally have to watch every single frame. And they can't.
What'd they rate it?
Probably are.
Yeah. Pretty good.
A second of R, the rest is PG.
Yeah.
That one guy who's getting off the paint drying, he's like, oh, it's ruined it. Troy. So I think, like I said, I think Troy is funny because you have the dramatic elements, you have the action, you have that great opening scene with Brad Pitt where he's just running at the guy and just dropping the sword in his neck. And I think that'd be very funny.
Yeah.
But it's that, but then you've got all the stuff in Troy. You've got like, oh, he just killed my husband, blah, blah, blah. And I think that'd be hilarious.
And all the bodies burning.
All the bodies burning. You got all the ships coming in.
Yeah.
You got everything. You got Achilles getting offed at the end. Like, it's just a great movie.
Like a Muppet just standing there for the last thing, and he's just like pulling arrows out of his whole entire body, and he's like,
never again. I don't know. I think it's got a lot of good elements in it that would be very silly. Plus just massive war.
Liam, because I'm interested. I have no idea what movie you chose.
Shoot 'em up.
Okay. Clive Owen?
Clive Owen.
Okay.
Do you want more?
No.
Can I?
Jasco, you go.
American Pie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Coming of age film. Now, I want teenage versions of the Muppets, right? So
Okay.
the Muppets are going through all these kinds of stuff, all the ruddy. There's even like a sexy Muppet, the one that's got like the blonde hair and all that kind
Janice.
of shit. Yes. She plays the European chick that comes and stays with them.
Shannon Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Nadia.
Kermit is the pie fucker.
Of course he is.
Grover is Stifler.
Okay.
And then you've got
Grover is a good casting for Stifler.
yeah. He's
That
just
works.
like just always walking. He's like, yeah, I fucked this chick last night. It's literally just a chicken that he's just got under his arm and all this other kinds of shit.
Can you imagine if you did like a Van Wilder, but it's Elmo?
Oh, he's not a Muppet. He's a Muppet.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
But,
fucking Oscar's a Muppet. Oh, you said Oscar? Who'd you say?
No, Grover.
Grover.
The
Isn't
one-
Grover a Muppet?
No, Grover's the one with like there's literally from Muppets from Space. You find out he's an alien. It's like the one with like little penis nose.
Oh, that's Grover. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Yep.
He's blue.
What?
Has
Fake. Wait.
Waddle.
yeah, it's Grover,
Is that
isn't
his
it?
name?
No, it won't.
See, I'm in that.
Holy
weird
Muppet.
Because then
Only
you've got
Muppets. No
then you've got
Muppets, no deal.
I'm trying to remember the bear's name. It's not Humphrey.
Fozzie?
Fozzie the bear.
I love Fozzie
He
the
would
bear.
be
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
Gonzo. That's
yeah. And then
because Grover's a Muppet. Oh, Grover's in Sesame Street.
Trash can.
No, that's Oscar.
Oscar
the Grouch.
Grover.
Who's Grover?
He's the blue fuck. He's like Blue Elmo, but deeper voice.
Oh yeah, he's the blue. He's like literally the
Blue Elmo.
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
That is, and he's got like the ADHD.
He's from the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then you've got the bear is shit take. The bear is shit take, so he's always
Yep.
having to leave and go and do shit, and he's always like always into that hippie shit. And then you've got all of the Muppets are like trying to get to know themselves going through puberty. So you've got Muppet puberty, all this other kinds of
That's
shit.
very funny.
And then at the end, the fuzzy bear fucks the mum of one of the other Muppets. You've got him fucking a pie. You've got the dad, who is also like an adult frog, like an adult Kermit the Frog, sitting down. And he's
So, who would you cast as Stifler's mum?
Jennifer Coolidge.
Miss
so
Piggy.
wait, are we allowed to have real people?
No.
Oh,
All Muppets.
So
all
just
time.
really funny.
All Muppets.
All Muppets. Fuck. Because there isn't that many female Muppets besides like Miss Piggy.
Not really.
Like
no.
there's
Does that
Song
like
of
a
the Giants,
Daisy or
wasn't it?
something? Didn't they? Did they brought one in for the new shit?
no there is a blonde haired one who's part of the band and she's like back
Oh,
then,
she's like super weird out. Like, hey, man.
yeah she's a
Janice.
groupie.
Yes.
Like
It's
What?
Janice.
It's
It's
Janice.
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 Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
but no like
That's a
you
big
just like
groupie
introduce
name.
all these new
Break it to
Muppets.
Janice.
It's like
We all were.
it's like you know how there's like that giant Muppet, the one that's like just a dude.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
The dude in the literally like sleeping bag.
Yeah, he's Kermit's father, and explaining to him like, why'd you fuck this?
Jesus.
Fuck this pie, son.
No, make that
Oh.
Stifler's mum.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
fuck.
chicken.
No, but it's like just like all the situations that are happening in like the American Pie, like the first film, and then you can carry it over to like band camp and all those kinds of stuff, and all of those like satirical, funny moments. Like one time in band camp, I stuck a flute up my pussy and all this other kinds of stuff. But it's Muppets.
It's good fun. It is good fun. It's good,
Yeah.
clean fun.
But like adult Muppets would be
Yeah.
great.
Good, clean fun.
Good, clean
Yeah.
fun.
I
Yeah.
can get behind that.
But the worst thing is the pie's a Muppet too. So
Oh.
What? Just like pie with eyes.
yeah.
I'm not please don't fuck me.
You're not gonna believe what he did to
Why would
me.
the pie be a Muppet?
Everything's a Muppet.
Everything's a Muppet. Every
What?
character's a
The
Muppet. The pie is a character.
Is the pie a character?
yeah.
Yeah, fucks it.
It fucks
The
it.
cum can be a Muppet.
Yeah.
Please put me back.
If you fuck a couch, is that a character?
Yeah, probably would. Like it'd have like the mouth where the cushions are. It's just like,
Okay.
oh, stop dry humping me,
That's some
please.
Bear in the Big Blue House stuff.
Yeah. Fuck.
Does that mean JD Vance was acting when he did it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. Just like any of those like old like
Topical.
actually any of the scary movie would be great with a Muppet
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I've
Tell you
heard
what.
that the Wayans brother got the scary movie smoke.
Yeah.
Did you?
No.
Yeah, I wonder who you're
Yeah.
from.
Which ones?
I don't know.
I wonder, who
Steven.
had them?
Well, is
Dan.
he still alive or is he dead?
Who?
The Weinstein man.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Okay.
Financier.
No, that guy's dead.
He's in rich people prison.
Yeah. Okay, tell us about
Shoot 'em up.
I'm excited
Shoot 'em
for this
up.
one.
Shoot 'em Up is a very fun movie. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend. It's about Clive Owen. I don't know his character's name.
Just Clive Owen.
I don't know. Just Clive Owen. Anyway, he gets accidentally involved in a series of crimes. He is involved in a shootout as a bystander, and a new mother is basically shot to death, and then he takes the baby because she's bleeding out, and then proceeds to protect the baby, and he has the baby in like a front harness for a lot of the movie.
Papoose.
His hand
as a
gets
meat shield?
no.
No.
Okay.
No. He has no idea what's going on, but guys keep trying to kill him, and he's very good with guns.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of shootouts. His hand breaks at one point, and he uses a carrot to pull the trigger of the gun.
So the way he hurts his hands is they break his thumbs.
Oh, yes.
And then they break his trigger finger so he can't shoot guns. But so what he does is
he grabs a carrot, sticks it in the trigger, and then goes bang, 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 bang.
And so
It's so
but
funny.
what really fucks his hands up is he puts bullets between his fingers and then sticks his hand in a fire to shoot the bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's got Joe Pesci in it, doesn't
Love
it?
Joe
Yeah,
Pesci.
It's a very
Paul
wacky movie.
Giamatti.
Yes, Paul
Paul
Giamatti.
Giamatti.
It's a
Paul Giamatti.
very, very wacky movie.
Yeah.
There is one scene where he is having sex with a prostitute, and then the guy's trying to kill him, kick in the door. So he's fucking her, does not stop, proceeds to get his guns, and then pushes her up against the wall and starts shooting the other guys.
Yeah.
The reason I picked
Classic.
this is with Muppets, this is now a full comedy.
Yeah.
It's not an action movie with comedy elements. It's just a funny movie now. Like Kermit the Frog sticking a carrot and a gun to shoot some guys. That's
So the carrot is a Muppet.
Yeah, exactly.
Not everything. Does that mean that guns are Muppets?
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just, yep.
Pang.
Just a quick question. In this scene where
That's very
he's
funny.
fucking the prostitute,
Yep.
is the baby still on his chest?
No.
The baby's in a carrier on the floor.
In her.
Why do you
Ah.
take the baby? Why doesn't he drop off the baby at a hospital?
He's trying to.
Yeah.
Don't be a
He's like
coward.
actively trying to rescue the baby, but they keep coming for him.
The reason why he's going to the prostitute is because she's a wet nurse.
Yes.
And
Yes. So the
Yeah.
baby's starving, and he's like, you had a kid recently, right?
but there is a cool scene where they find out the baby is only soothed when listening to death metal music. And
Yes.
there's like the baby's in the papoose with a set of headphones on,
Oh,
listening
yeah.
to just like.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I'll
by
watch
no
that.
means like Oscar worthy, but it's fun.
funny.
The
a ride.
airplane shootout, like where they
Oh,
like,
yeah.
out. Yeah, it's great.
I was, So I was thinking the same vein of like John Wick, but I was like, John Wick's too serious.
Yeah.
Let's go for a silly,
Wait.
stupid shooting movie.
Do you reckon they got the premise for John Wick from Shoot 'Em Up?
No.
Super crazy gunman
Look, I can see elements.
goes
Yeah,
by the name of like Smith or something.
he's got nothing.
His
Unless
name
they-
is Smith, yes.
It's Mr. Smith.
And let me guess, the
I don't think it's ever expanded on why he's so good.
yeah. No, I think
is.
they
It's like
throw away
nobody.
that
It's
he's
like a throwaway line or
yeah,
something.
He's,
Yeah.
he's a drifter and former Black Ops soldier.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah, it's like
I
Jack
checked his
Reacher.
file. He's Black Ops, and then he can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sick of those fucking like
Really funny.
like the carpenter, the beekeeper, the fucking all those ones.
yeah,
that's
bit
The
like-
mechanic.
the mechanic.
Yeah.
There's one at the moment where it's like
The auditor.
a guy goes home to bail his brother out, and the cops are all dirty and they steal his money.
Oh, Rebel Ridge.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh yeah,
good, man.
they stole the
Billy
money,
Idol
but
song.
it turns out that he's SAS,
Yeah.
like ex-military
Okay.
forces.
That's
yeah,
good.
Everyone's trying to John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
no,
just-
the only one that's actually really done it properly was Nobody.
Who?
It was
Have you seen
fun.
Nobody?
Nobody's
With
great.
no, I was
Bob
gonna say Gary
Odenkirk.
Oldman, Bob
Who?
Odenkirk.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah, it was him though.
No, I know he's been a fuck. I'm not taking it.
The guy from Better Call Saul,
Keep it civil.
Bob Odenkirk. He was also in SNL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who?
You know the guy from the
guy?
show. Yeah, the guy
What
from
else
the
is
show.
he in?
The
What is
Wizard of Oz.
this bit?
I
I don't know. He's
got it.
biting for some reason.
I'm a carrot. Shoot me.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
But yeah, if you want to like,
Silly.
it's on the lines of like Hardcore Henry.
Yeah,
like,
similar. Yeah.
But no, like
Oh my god.
like as in, but it's not like
Hardcore
filmed
Henry.
like that.
Yeah, it's like very silly premise that you think immediately like, oh, this is going to be easily solved. He's just going to drop the baby off, but then keeps getting stopped along the way. Gets in another shootout, and he's like, well, I'm fucking tired now. I don't have time to go down it, and then goes to bed. Gets in another shootout.
Shoot him up walked so Mandalorian could run.
Oh, okay. Can you mute yourself?
No.
Let's say a brisk jog.
A jaunt.
No, this is
No, it's a good time.
I can't remember the last time we had it. Like, oh, actually, that the organization of gentlemen. What is it? Where it
Ministry of
Oh, yeah.
Gentlemanly Warfare.
yeah,
That'd be a good one too.
That's
That's
fine.
like those
Guy Ritchie?
kind of like
Guy Ritchie even.
The
Any
gentleman
Guy
would
Ritchie.
be good, yeah.
Gentlemen would be great.
Gentleman would be snatched.
Come
with
on,
it.
really cut me with it.
You like dogs?
you like tags.
You.
Do you know that?
Oh, boys,
do you know
come
that do you know that a pig can
Fuck.
eat through 3 stuffings and leave the teeth after being starve for 3 days. But no, like
The end of the gentleman with Muppets. I want a pound of flesh.
Oh, so good. So good. What about, I was thinking, imagine them all Muppets, Leon the Professional.
Have you seen Leon the Professional?
It's really uncomfortable.
It's
Like,
really
that's not
uncomfortable.
nice. It's meant to be heartwarming and uplifting, but it just feels really like
Okay. Have you seen the
pedophilic.
Steve Martin Pink Panther?
yeah.
You know the guy that plays the cop counterpart?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He plays a
Hitman.
he plays a hitman that is mentally delayed.
Okay.
And he basically recruits a 12-year-old Natalie Portman to be his up-and-coming assassin. And they have
This sounds familiar.
a weirdly sweet and also uncomfortable relationship and friendship.
right.
She starts to get very enamored with him, and you're like, stop
and
exploring
he
this.
kind of doesn't necessarily realize why it's not great to be in this kind of relationship with a 12-year-old
It's
girl.
just
It's like interviews with a
uncomfortable.
vampire.
Yeah, right.
With like
Brad
what's the
Pitt.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and there's the chick that was Spider-Man's missus in the Sam Raimi
Anna
films.
Paquin.
Mary Jane's.
Huh?
Mary Jane.
No,
Anna Paquin.
no.
What?
What?
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, Kirsten
sorry.
Dunst.
Anna Paquin.
She was in a vampire thing.
She wasn't Spider-Man.
I don't care about Spider-Man.
That's what he said.
The way Liam says it, it's just like you slapped him in the. She wasn't in Spider-Man.
How dare you?
You think we would take Anna Paquin? Anna
there's-
fucking Paquin?
I was thinking about a vampire thing. She was in True Blood. She played Suki.
He literally said, "Who's that chick from Spider-Man?" You've gone Anna Paquin.
I hear so much shit about Spider-Man. I just zone it out.
Well,
Okay,
no, I just
fair.
like but in that movie, like
She was an X-Men
Brad,
too.
As
Yeah,
in
she
X-Men
played-
She
2?
couldn't be in
She
Spider-Man.
played Iceman.
As in X-Men 2 or X-Men also?
Multiple men, all of them X. It's a
Brad,
trans movie.
Amelia
apparently.
Perez? Amelia Perez is X-Men 4.
but
Sorry, Karen.
Brad Pitt's character converts Dunst into a vampire, and she's like a
bit of
9,
a dunce.
10-year-old.
Oh.
And the thing is, though,
Yeah.
is that they live together for
no.
like near a century, and it's like they have to kill her because she starts falling for Brad Pitt because it's just like, oh, this.
Kirsten Dunst from Jumanji.
Yeah, this is before she was in Jumanji. This is when she's
Oh,
younger.
no.
She's like, I want to suck your blood. Yeah.
I know. Okay.
I feel like Anna Paquin could have done a better job.
She's not.
Who's
good.
Anna Pac-Man?
Anna Paquin.
Isn't?
You know who Anna? She played Rogue in fucking X-Men.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's not.
the one that like could kill you with a hand job.
Budget Juno.
I think she.
Ah, yes, I
I think she
understand
won
that
a
reference.
Best Actress for the piano, the pianist,
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
I
Penis.
don't think I've seen her in. Like, she probably has been in good stuff, but I don't think I've seen her in
Yeah, I
any
think
good.
she's
Well, it's
been-
just like
she was doing True Blood for a long time. I haven't watched it.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure your
stand
wife-
by what I said.
I'm sure your
Kirsten
wife
Dunst?
has. No. She was busy doing.
She's from New Zealand.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anna Paquin.
Yeah, I know.
Anna Paquin.
Oh.
No, but just
Job.
like True Blood. Fuck.
Oh, Uruk-hai, bro.
Oh.
It's a popular
Wolverine.
show. It's like Vampire Diaries, but in fucking Alabama.
Oh yeah. So the Vampire Diaries, the
I
poor
should
man's
watch it. I
Heart of
love Hart
Dixie.
Dixon. I do love Hart of Dixie.
We've lost the two of them
They
again.
do this all the time. All the
I think
time.
it's like you guys fight a lot because you both have eye contact. We
fight.
just lose it because we keep laughing at shit.
we
No,
fight.
it's such a good joke, and you didn't hear it, and it fucking killed me.
It probably wasn't a good joke, though.
Kia ora, Wolverine.
The thing is, though, is
Not your
the,
night, bro.
the funny thing is,
Sorry, Wolverine, not your night, bro.
like, I can barely hear you two. I can only really hear James.
You want to turn your audio up?
I just
That's
literally.
ADHD, bro.
Oh, that's my head cannon. No, I have
ADD?
to, I only my tism
Yeah.
kicks in, and I can only hear the person.
What's
on
it
the
like
line.
having ADHD?
It's like cone of silence all the time.
Well, the thing is, though, is
9 beers deep all the time.
Liam played really hard into my ADHD and like converted my hyperfocus to fucking 40k. Now
You're
I
welcome.
can't stop fucking thinking about it.
Welcome to crack.
But no, that's why
Hammer.
like I get a hyper focus, and then it's like 18 months I can't stop thinking
Yeah.
about that one thing, and then
And then
like,
as soon as you hit the end, it's like, and gone.
And,
Yeah.
and now it's going to be Anna Paquin. I'm just going to keep
Anna
thinking about
Pac-Man.
Anna Paquin.
Pac-Man's so good.
No, Pac-Man.
No, like
Oh, shut.
I've taken a break from
Storm?
IMDb. Storm.
Holy shit, is that Patrick Stewart?
You've taken a break from IMDb.
Why you
Yeah.
live in a house with all the stairs when you're in a wheelchair?
Oh,
It just sounds like Anna Paquin. Is that what's that Kiwi kid from Deadpool 2?
yeah, the dude from like Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know.
He's better than her.
Yeah.
oh, just let me touch you, eh? I want to borrow your powers.
Who's that guy who keeps fucking with metal? He's here for you.
So you've given up IMDb?
I've taken a break from IMDbing. Yes.
Get on
Is there-
Letterboxd.
is
You
there
should
a
get
s-
on Letterboxd, bro.
No, it's not. No, the whole thing where I would follow the Rolodex of one celebrity and watch all their,
Oh,
their
that's
stuff.
smart.
But
Well, that
I-
is an insane.
because
thing to
I
do, yes.
no, well, I've been doing it for 10 years non-stop, brother.
Doesn't make it not insane. Just because you've been doing something
No, but
for 10
that's why
years.
I've watched all the films.
That's fair. So you've seen everything.
I haven't seen everything. I find some movies that like The Enemy. I hadn't seen that one. I had to look it up, and I'm like, wow, I haven't seen that. 'Cause
Watch
I haven't,
it. It's
I haven't
weird.
done Gyllenhaal yet.
Gyllenhaal's a ride, man. Gyllenhaal
like-
has
Wait,
some
so,
stuff.
so you've been doing it for 10 years and you haven't hit G?
No, I don't do it via alphabet.
How do you do it then?
So like I watch all the movies, and then when I get to the last movie of that one person, I pick one celebrity from that movie, and then start watching their
Oh,
films.
I'm sorry. That makes a lot more sense.
Don't do it.
I just want to interrupt our regularly scheduled program. His name is Julian Dennison. That's not why I brought it up. Apparently, he's in the new How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Yeah.
Who does he play? Toothless?
No, he
The
plays the.
Hunt for the Wilder People.
Oh, no. Oh, good on him.
He plays Snotlout. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like I haven't seen him in anything since Deadpool 2. Like,
No,
he-
neither.
He hit like a big raise.
He's been in one where he
He's
he's a-
fish legs.
fish legs. He's the
Wow.
fat one.
He's a fat one.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But he's
Are you hungry? Of course you
he's
are.
in a movie where he's like a filmmaker, and
Okay.
he's like his parents want him to play rugby union, but he wants to be a filmmaker and all this other kind
Classic.
of shit.
That's just bloody probably Taika's life.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I think it is done by Taika Waititi.
and then he literally made a football movie that was
But
not
I
good.
think, I wasn't too bad.
And who scores next wins?
Next goal wins.
Yeah, next
He
goal.
who dares to
Oh.
kick the ball wins.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender really phoned it in.
He did all
Shit
right.
name for a movie.
Yeah.
Well,
It
it's
was
based
good,
on
though.
a
Well, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
It's a true story, bro.
Fucking
And was the
story.
true story,
That they were shit, yes.
was the title based on the true story?
They scored a goal and they were happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh,
Michael Fassbender played a British guy that...
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's the one he's in. He's in
Well,
Y2K.
which is funny because he's not
Have you
British.
seen Y2K?
No.
Oh, Y2K. It's one of those real shitty films, but Fred Durst is in it.
Oh my god.
And the whole reason why he's in it is
Fred, why?
Chocolate starfish Fred Durst.
Fred Durst. He's in the film because
Who
like
cast him?
Fuck yeah.
because the whole reason why is
No one knows what you want to hate.
because
Meatloaf.
so you know the whole thing with the whole Fred Durst and the whole second Woodstock, and they blame.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not up to date on the
Is that the one that was
Fred
like
Durst
on
mythos.
tarmac
How are
with
we
no
all doing with
shade?
Durst trivia?
No, so they essentially blamed their band for telling people to go around and break
Oh,
things.
start the riot.
Yeah, start the riot that happened.
That's a good song.
And so they literally put him in the movie to make a joke about that, and because he just goes, "It's now time to break things." Everyone like turns to him like really, and then the song starts playing, and they're running around destroying
Jeez.
everything.
Yeah.
That's a rage.
It's one of those movies where it's like a fun time, but it isn't.
I can't take him seriously because
Because he's Fred Durst.
he wants to be hard, but he's not.
No, yeah, no.
softest.
Because
he's
you
just
know,
he's just a
The limpest dick.
yeah.
so
Limpest dick.
this is the lineup for the Y2K film. The
Okay.
lead actor,
Fred Durst.
Rachel Ziegler.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Carl Mooney, Julian Dennison, J. Dean Martelli, the one from many things.
Yep.
The Kid Leroy,
Why?
Fred Durst, Lachlan Watson,
Durst.
That's so funny.
yeah, Mason Gooding, heaps of people. Tim Heidecker, Will Fitz. Yes, it's a fun romp.
Oh, Fred.
Wow.
He named his child Dallas.
Dallas Durst.
Dallas hurts.
Ouch.
Dallas
Are
Durst.
you shocked?
No. He seems like the kind of person to name his child Dallas.
There's a child of mine at Finn's school that his parents named him Oxen.
Oh.
Oh, like the cow.
Yep.
Are they definitely on it?
And his nickname is, they call him Ox
No.
for short.
Oh, I thought you were going to say cotton.
No, Ox. There's
That's good.
no, but it was just weird
The
because
problem
like
is he keeps hanging out with his kid Fenton. People get them really confused, and then they take it together and they die.
if
Take it
they
together.
have a
Take both
kid
kids.
together, they make like Ox and codeine.
Oh, and then they need their friend Narcan to come and break it up.
It's the third in their polyamorous relationship.
Oh my God.
Hard drug jokes.
Jesus
Always fun.
Christ. Oxy.
I think we made deep
That's
ribs
such
just
a
trying to
tom-
keep him off it.
Is that the worst one?
No, there's fucking
There's some wild kid names, dude.
I don't understand. Like, there's all these jokes going around at the moment. It's like, oh, teachers in the year 2050, and they're like saying like, oh, my name's Yeet, and it's just like, oh, okay, and like all these weird parents are just like, they want to be like my son Raiden. I made it for the fact that it's like, okay, it's like Odin. Everyone names their kid Odin. I'm like, I just wanted it to be Thunder God, but also the ties to Mortal Kombat, that kind of style shit. Raiden, love it. Japanese Thunder God. Cool. But then you got kids that are like, they name their kids.
Thanks, Paul.
But no, I do that to him. Like,
Yeah, you would.
I just-
What would you?
go, Raiden, what do you do, fucking? But no, there's like a kid named Dream. Just Dream.
Like from Minecraft?
Like a pedophile?
Oh,
like-
it would be, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like,
can you do
why
an
the-
allegedly thing for him, calling him a pedophile?
He is a
Allegedly,
pedophile.
he is a pedophile.
Oh, he is a pedophile.
Convicted? Convicted.
No, he wasn't convicted.
Fuck
I've been waiting
yes.
for it for so long.
That's funny.
No, but like,
no, he wasn't convicted.
but like,
Oh, damn.
like Dream,
Allegedly.
and then Green, and then Apple.
Oh, yeah,
like
Apple.
all
I've seen
those-
Apple a couple times.
Apple's, yeah, Apple's
But
popular.
like, there's just like all these, like they've just opened the book, thrown it on the floor. Whatever page opens up in the baby name book, they're like, "Yep, let's name it that." And that's
I
all
don't
it
think
fucking
it's
is.
even the baby.
No,
name
they're
book.
not
It's
on-
like,
they're
what
on
show are we
Google, bro.
watching? Oh,
This is
let's
what-
call our kid fucking Gryffindor.
No, like the kid named Apple. That's just what the parent got pelted with when they were in school, and they're like, "Ooh, Apple, ooh, fun."
Ooh,
I'm gonna open the
feel
fucking
sorry
The
for
first
that.
kid's
The
pen.
kid's name's Shoe.
I'm gonna open that.
My favorite name that I've ever seen, and this is something that my mum told me when she worked in a hospital in the near the midwifery ward. She saw a birth certificate that was signed. The kid's name was K-A, Kadasha.
I've seen a Ladasha.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
K-A,
random. Fuck.
Kadasha.
Why?
Give your
Apparently,
kid a urethra kick after that.
I learned this fact that in New Zealand, there's like a list of names that are banned. The only two that I remember
Adolf.
is that you can't call your kid V8, and you also can't name it after the bus stop in which it was conceived.
I did
That is a
find
law.
I did find that
Jesus.
interesting. But does that mean you can name it after a different bus stop?
Or flat 5.
Yeah.
Bit of car humour for you.
W12.
W12, classic.
Rotary.
Yeah, rotary. Kia ora.
But no, the same thing.
That's not a bad middle name, Rotary.
So
Rotary.
Germany,
Yeah.
right? They have a problem with one name. One name. You can still call yourself your name after a certain dictator.
Himmler.
Yep. No.
Goebbels.
Kevin.
Huh?
Kevin.
Kevin!
Because the thing is, though, there was this TV show in the 90s and the 2000s that made it so there was this one kid
Seventh
in there
Kevin.
who was by the name of Kevin, and he was the dumbest shit on the planet.
Okay.
And so now anyone who comes to the country with the name Kevin was like, oh, you are Kevin? Oh, that is...
You
that
must be
is-
dumb.
You must be dumb.
It's like anyone who comes to Australia and the name's Nigel, and you're like, well, you got no friends.
Yeah.
It's weird how it works out that way, isn't it? Sucks
Yeah.
to suck.
We do bully.
Anyway.
Well, no, it's not bullying. It's banter. It's a sledge.
It's banter. It's character
It was
building.
just like trying to explain to my friend's like wife who is from Singapore, and
So I kept
called.
calling her a slag.
No,
and it was banter.
I said cheers, cunt,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden she goes, oh, I don't like that word,
You've
and I'm
got
like.
to
boo-hoo, bitch.
ease them in. You've got to ease
No,
them
well,
in.
the thing was, all of a sudden, I was sitting there at his house, and then out of nowhere, he goes, "Oh, I got you a drink, and I made you a sausage sanger that you can actually eat, like because he went and got sulfite-free sausages."
That's nice of
And
him.
I'm like, "Cheers, cunt!" And then all of a sudden, the wife turns up and just goes, we don't like those words in this house. You can't say that." And then the husband just like rolls his eyes at her. And then I said, well, sorry, but cunt is a word in Australia that can mean a million different things depending on the tone. Same with wog. And then she's like, what? And then all of a sudden looks to her husband and she goes, do you call him a wog? And he goes, yeah, all the time. And I'm just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, and all that kind of stuff. She goes, well, cunt is disgusting word. I'm like, oh, well, sorry.
Well, it's just different.
Sure,
Like,
sure,
if
it
you're
tastes
not-
great, mate.
If you're not from like
Oh, yeah.
mainland Australia, it's very abrasive.
Well, I heard that like Americans, it's like stabbing
weird
them in the
when they
arsehole
say
with
it.
an
Oh,
ice
yeah.
pick.
It shuts up an airplane.
Yeah. Did you say it?
No. I just looked up the daycare list. Arcadius.
Oh,
Fuck,
that's a cool
sick
name.
name.
that cunt's going to be the end of the universe.
Hideous.
And there is someone in Ava's room called Chico. Chiko.
Chico.
roll.
Yeah, there you go.
Chico.
Chico the guy, eh?
Well, it's just like my father had to change his
Guy.
business name because it was on the lines of that. Well, it's not that anymore. It used to be called Choco Carpentry. And because they were all
Racial slur.
everyone that worked for him was either Macedonian, like Italian, or just essentially
That's very
like a
funny.
wog crew. And so just like they had all these business cards that just said Choco Carpentry. When there's a wog, there's a way. And then all of a sudden everyone's
That's
just
funny.
like, you can't say that. That's a racial slur. And so he had to change his
My
business
business,
name.
fuck you.
I mean, to be fair.
Oh, well,
Anyway, so
twist a titty or
speaking
two.
of Grease, I just want to reiterate that I feel that Troy would be the best Muppet movie.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, don't hit me. I'm joking.
why would you transfer to Greece on that?
Huh?
I didn't mention Greeks
Oh,
once
I
in my
know.
previous
We're
story.
here.
How fucking dare you bring up those?
I've made
What's
an
wrong with the
error.
Greeks?
What isn't wrong with the
They've got a
Greeks?
cool couple of islands.
Yeah,
No
they're
money though,
stolen.
am I right?
They got no
boys?
money. They're owned by the French and the German at the moment.
Which one half of that nice, other half French.
Hey, some have good food, some have good
Oh,
organisation.
they don't have any food, Greeks. Name one Greek food.
Souvlaki.
Spanakopita.
Turkish.
Troy.
Yeah.
Hellenian.
Brad Pitt.
Slut.
Greek slut.
Olives.
Olives. Italian.
No, I'm pretty sure olives actually originated in Greece.
Nah.
Yeah, pretty sure they did.
Stove. A lot of grease on that.
Yeah.
World War Z, just for
John
the-
Travolta.
World War Z, for the shots of the helicopter flying, shooting a Gatling gun at Muppets running up a street. These are fast zombies, remember, so those Muppets need to be moving really, really quickly.
I still reckon every single time
Yeah.
someone gets bitten, like having them transform into
There we
the
go.
Swedish Muppet. So it's just like all of a sudden they're like talking like, run away, Jim, hurdy, hurdy, hurdy.
No one got bit, right? No, I think I'm going to be fine. What was that? He's turning.
There we go. Yeah,
Starts
just,
popping the giant head out.
Yeah.
you know, you're in Jerusalem, you're a little Muppet and you're praying and you're partying, and then a bunch of Muppets come over that fucking wall and they start launching themselves over the wall.
I have one critique for yours.
You please.
The worst looking parts of the Muppets was when they do a full body shot.
Yeah.
That's why it's so good.
That's why it's
but it's
good.
gonna,
That is
like-
funny.
Can you
though.
imagine
No,
Muppets
but-
letting a hand grenade off in a plane?
sorry.
No, but they can't move.
They'll get
When
the
you have a full
technology.
body shot, you
we have
can't
the
move.
technology.
No, you just have like a whole bunch of puppeteers running beneath them. So it's just
Yeah,
like the
that's how
crowd
they
is
do
up
it.
here.
Why are you defending him?
I don't know.
It's funny.
We want this. We want this to happen.
There's certain scenes that I just like when Brad Pitt and the Armenian girl, is it, that gets her arm cut off?
Sure.
Is she Armenian?
She sounds
Not
Armenian.
going-
Iranian?
Nope.
Not
Fingers
sure.
out of this pie.
But there's
She's
the two
Greek.
of them walking through the street, and it's just the two Muppets by themselves, and then you got the little Muppets opening the curtains to look over, and I just feel that like it has to be the action of like
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot
I feel
of
like
action.
all the quiet scenes would be bad for Troy and for World War Z. I think
no.
just pure dialogue scenes. I
But it's
feel like
funny.
Yeah, but,
But
there's
yeah,
like
but-
such
Yeah,
a breath between
But
it.
you
though.
do
But
what
think
Muppets do
about-
best.
yeah,
You fill the back. You fill the back
True,
of the scene with
true.
just random shit. Like it's you know Helen of Troy having a nice chat, and in the background you've got like I don't know a couple of like little fellas running off with a bottle of wine, or like there's like little
the mice.
the mice are running off with a big bottle of wine and a bunch of cheese, and I feel like the fans would agree with me.
I
and
think
they
what
would
also
as well.
be funny is Muppets giving very serious dialogue, but they're Muppets. Like, you know, Brad
Fuck, you
Pitt,
got me.
They may take my lives.
like Brad Pitt talking about how his wife was killed, but he's a
His wife
Muppet.
doesn't get killed.
I saw the movie once. I
yeah, so
hated it.
but all the dialogue in your movie is fucking rubbish.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not that
it would
serious because
make
it's
it
shit.
funny.
The funny thing is like
becomes
he
big
stabs
funny.
himself with that fucking virus to get himself away from the Swedish ones. Does he turn into that weird science one that's always like talking like
Oh, Beaker.
Beaker.
Yeah, he
Fucking love
turns,
Beaker.
yeah.
That's
Turns
good
into
fun.
Beaker.
That's
Beaker's
who Brad Pitt is, he's Beaker.
underutilized.
Beaker's the baby.
Oh, who's the weird man? Who's the bald man then?
Who's Paul Giamatti?
Frankenstein is the guy.
the
Frankenstein's
old guys.
monster.
the old guys, the ones that are in the
Oh,
the
Brian,
Brian,
Brian
yeah.
Cox.
Now come back to me.
Yeah.
I know, like the only thing like the World War Z is like I can't really think like they're on the bikes, which would be funny because like in the Muppet Caper they do the whole bike scenes that
Very
would
clever how they
work.
did that.
Yeah.
They could do so much with it. They have the
Well, you could-
technology. It's
the-
2025.
The problem I'm having
can-
is no.
you can do something.
I'm not
Stop motion.
shitting on
I am.
your idea.
I am.
No, the problem that we have. No, the problem we have is any movie, any franchise. I'm trying to think of a movie that wouldn't work besides the current Muppet films that would be made better or funnier with putting everyone as Muppets.
Passengers. It's too boring. It's 3 people. 4
Yeah,
people.
look, anything that was dialogue heavy, really.
Yeah.
But then just like
That'd be
imagining
very,
like
you woke me up.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think The Martian would be good Muppets.
It wouldn't. No, it's
No.
the concept of like Matt Damon and Muppets, hilarious.
Yeah.
Or Muppet, not that funny.
yeah, like Matt Damon's on Mars and
Yeah.
everyone at home is
And
Muppets.
NASA is Muppets.
Yeah. So but he's escaped the
It's a
Muppet
classic.
zone. He's no longer a Muppet because he's outside of the confines of Earth.
Oh, and then you can see the Hermes crew when they get back to orbit, they do the slingshot. They revert to Muppets, and then they
They're
become
back
human.
human.
Yeah,
God,
Interstellar,
that's funny.
not good as Muppets.
No, that would be funny.
That'd be
No.
hilarious.
That
I
would
think
be
it would
no. That would be really funny. You have Matt Damon's Muppets strangling the shit out of McConaughey's one, like "Give me back my ship," and then a robotic Muppet that's walking through the water, going, "I'll save you."
It wouldn't be a real. Surely it would just still be a robot.
But
though.
there are robot Muppets.
Of course there are. Okay, let's wrap it up. All
Okie
right.
dokes.
Okay. Anything final to say about Troy?
I think Troy's the winner, and I think the fans agree.
Okay. Don't shoot me.
Nope.
I'll shoot him up.
Shoot him up.
Sorry.
Ka-chow, ka-chow.
I think the basis of my film is already wacky. I think adding Muppets just makes it funnier.
Okay.
Valid.
Pie fucker.
The coming of age of Muppets
Motherfucker.
hasn't really been done besides the
Pervert.
the new
Pervert.
Muppet film of a Muppet literally aging up.
Yep.
But I think watching Muppets run around trying to figure out what's going on with their bodies changing
That's
would be funny.
Especially if it was like animal, but like animal prepubescent is like
I
a
think-
normal dude.
Yeah.
I
just want to
think
watch Kermit Jack and
if you wanted to, if you wanted to have something
Some
like
easy being
that,
green.
you just have
No.
super bad.
No, because like the
Oh,
reason,
Like if you
Superbad.
wanted
No.
coming of age, like that kind of thing, you want super bad.
So, but the whole thing of American Pie, it does the whole like sex ed talks with people, like talking about masturbation, all that kind of stuff that it can be for boys and girls, safe sex, everything like that's taken like with American Pie, and having it so that it's just like, oh yeah, the Muppets have done a sex ed film, and so
God.
it's just like they're teaching you about how to do sex and everything like
How
that.
to do the sex.
How to do the sex. I have an idea for a BTS question.
How do
How
you,
to do the sex?
how do you do the sex?
How sex do you?
Okay, all right.
Question.
So why do you think?
Why do
World
you
War Z?
think? World
Why
War
is
Z?
Z word?
I just feel like the spectacle
Muppets.
of it would be fantastic. I did not like World War Z, but some of the shots, like the helicopter shots of all the Muppets running down the street and just jumping on people, just sprinting,
Yeah.
climbing over the wall in Jerusalem, just fantastic.
very
Muppets
funny.
getting shot by a Gatling gun and just dropping dead, very, very funny.
So
I'd laugh.
I would just want to drop 2 in for consideration.
Okay.
Pearl Harbor,
No.
No.
Muppets flying planes into other Muppets. Second one,
Half an hour
no,
boring.
just wait. Transformers, but they start off as cars, and when they transform into Muppets.
Muppets.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Transformers, Muppets in disguise.
No.
That'd be very
okay.
funny.
All right. Who do you vote for, Liam?
Troy.
Yes. I don't care.
Let's go.
Shoot 'em up. The moment he said it, I'm like, fuck. That I would pay my life savings of my next 10 generations of my kids to
my
watch
God.
Shoot 'em up as a Muppet
Why don't
film.
you pay all that money to make it?
I'll do that.
Be
Fuck
the
it.
change you want to see in the
Fuck
world,
it.
man.
Do you know what? If I win the lotto, I'm gonna make Muppets Shoot 'em up.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Good luck. I am
With
going to go
socks.
American Pie.
Thank
Interesting.
you.
I think coming of age with Muppets is funny.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay. I would also choose Troy.
Cool, man. Cool.
Mm.
Cool. Thanks, man.
I would also choose
Thanks,
Troy.
boys. Thanks, boys.
Okay.
It's a spectacle.
All right.
The fans agree.
Paul, who is a fucker?
I think it was Liam.
Okay.
Mostly because I think towards the end, I think there was a few prompts you were trying to clear, and then you just went a little bit harder on a few things. So I feel like it was like a last. I don't know, like
Talk about Anna Paquin for an hour.
That was
You brought up Anna
Paquin.
Paquin.
hey, you saw the opportunity.
You knew what you were doing.
You inceptioned Anna Paquin. No, I don't know. I think it was like you like going like particularly hard on a few topics. I think there was like something in there.
Yeah.
I don't know specifically what it is, but that's where I thought it was.
Awesome.
Tasco?
See, the Anna Paquin thing from James.
I was
Well, the
making
thing
a
is that
joke.
He was making a joke, and then you
No, he
doing.
wasn't.
But then you
He's
doing,
trying to cover it.
You doing the whole like the Better Call Saul guy, and he's like, "Who? Who are you talking about?"
Oh, I was making that joke because the movie's called Nobody.
Yeah.
He is a nobody, though.
It's the joke. Thanks.
That's the joke.
The joke was I didn't know because the movie's about no one knows who he is.
Who you picking, Big D?
The thing is, though, is that everyone covered their things with jokes. There wasn't like any kind
That's
of
fine.
thing
You
that
can
stood
go.
out.
Go on.
I'm not sure if you heard this, but that's all we do. We just make jokes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
know.
who are
I
you
take this
choosing?
incredibly seriously.
I'm going to choose Paul.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think that he was very stated and very calm, but then the moment we brought up the Mad Max, it kind of cracked him, and then from that point
That's
on,
just general rage.
I know, but then from that point on, you were being very docile, very very laid back, and then kind of like
Mess
and
with the bull.
and then all of a sudden you dropped in the New Zealand accent jokes, and you came back in.
It's funny.
And-
Okay.
yeah.
Fair.
Liam?
I think it was James. There was a couple of little things along the way, but the biggest thing for me was I think we tangented so hard we spent probably 40 minutes off topic. And
Not us.
there was no steering.
So I've learnt a lesson that I just don't bother. You're going to do what you're going to do,
Okay.
and I have no control over that.
Yeah, okay.
That's valid.
Yeah. What's the point? If what's the point? If the cows are already out of the paddock, just let them
You
go.
chop him up,
just
turn
let
him
them
into
go
burgers.
free.
Don't work at a farm.
Yeah, and that's why I don't.
They're
watch
already
it.
out.
Big house.
What's the worst that could happen? Oh no, shit, trucks.
Who you picking, James?
I'm picking you, Paul.
Ooh.
I just agree. You hate Australian cinema, and I don't appreciate that. You also
Bullshit.
hate the New Zealand accent, and I
Love the
don't
New Zealand
appreciate
accent. I
that.
do it all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's like
So,
we need a
I think
button
it's
for
you.
Paul's New Zealand accent.
Nah.
All right.
Just, hey,
Cars in the middle,
It'll just occur
boys.
naturally.
3, 2, 1, flip.
Oh, what's Paul?
Paul.
It was me, but for no reasons that you guessed.
Oh,
So I win. No, I'm kidding. It was a tough one, man. It was. I feel like a lot of them were very
niche.
not niche. They were like prompt-wise. I thought you got on me immediately when I said it, and it's the only reason why I picked Troy. My first, because I wanted to do Whiplash. I thought it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I had to repeatedly say, now if we were in ancient Greece,
Oh.
and I was like, I'm in the toilet rolling, and I'm like, I got to pick something Greek related, and then I was
Yeah.
like, Troy. That's
Nice.
all I could think
Yeah,
of.
nice.
And then there was also, I only just started doing this towards the end, but it was regularly stopped to thank the fans for supporting your side.
Yeah, you did do that.
I did.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't do it
I even
enough.
laughed. Oh, I laughed.
I
I
didn't
pointed it
notice.
out, going, "Oh, like laughed at you." Say that. I think the fans will agree.
It was tough. It was
yeah.
a tough
Oh,
one.
yeah. Oh,
This
yeah.
one I
Yeah.
did a bunch, especially when we were all teeing off about stuff. And I think I melded it in. This is why I got so angry about Fury Road. Was insist you're trying to keep things civil, even if you're the one being rude.
The civil part. That was the
Right.
thing.
That
I
was the prompt.
Yeah. That's
Everyone
what
was
I
like
picked up
going
on.
off. I'm like, keep it civil.
Well done, well done.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
like
no, I
the-
lost.
but the thing was, is
I didn't
that,
notice any of them.
I
like,
appreciate that.
that James was trying to egg you on with stuff, and then the two of you going
get
back and
bored.
forth. But you're being kind of like laid
A little
back.
bitch.
Being
It's because I was in my head. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to do
That's
this?
you've just that's why I went you because of the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
and it felt like he was trying to go me.
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah,
Stop
that's-
talking about
that's why-
Spider-Man.
He was talking about it.
You talked about it still. All right. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.